been a rough year. You never want to go out losing, I think, 8 games in a row at any program. It's been a tough ordeal. These kids been through a lot. Not the ideal situation, but I think they kept fighting. Just wasn't good enough.
What was the status of a late in the game?
He was, I think he ended up hurting his ankle, so he ended up coming in, and matter of fact, he was already dressed when I got into the locker room. So I think the last time that he got sacked or went over to hit him, he got hurt his ankle.
What was your post-game message to the players?
It's not the way we want to send these 11 seniors out. They've done a lot for this program, and you like for them to leave with something positive. And the thing I told all of them, it's not what you go through that makes you who you are. It's how you handle what you go through that makes you who you are. And I told them all to remember the feeling of losing 8 games in a row, and that should be motivation to be better overall as a person, to be a better player, and it starts tomorrow.
What was the issue in the second half with Mickey Crum?
Well, it really wasn't an issue. The official came to me, the head official, and said that Mickey was chattering and that I need to get him to stop. And then apparently a couple plays later, he threw a flag on Mickey for still talking. And so I told Mickey, I told them all before the game anyway, in this rivalry, if you get a person foul, you get to come out of the game. So that's simple.
Was there a reason that he came back into the game?
Yeah, again, after he wasn't thrown out of the game by me, he could go back in, but he had to come out of the game. It happened on defense early, and when those guys got penalties, we brought them out of the game.
Nick, you seemed like you got into it with Mickey too. Seemed like you were motioning with him to go to the locker room. Were you trying to get him to get off the field? Not at all. I just told him he had a 15-yard penalty, a personal foul. He was out of the ballgame. What was your sense of what was bothering him? I'm sure all those young men are frustrated. Mickey is an emotional guy, and sometimes emotions get the best of you. What was your message to your guys about handling those emotions, and why do you think that things got out of hand to the extent that they did? Well, I don't think it was as bad as it could have been. We definitely had way too many penalties for doing extracurricular stuff, and we addressed it. Anytime. I think it stems a little bit from last year with the Lamar situation, and I try to address it. I heard some little chatter around the building this week, and I tried to address it, that we weren't going to get into that type of game because, number one, there's a lot of great players that play in this program that we didn't want to embarrass, and so we had several reasons about it, and I thought it was we should have been better of controlling our emotion, but I thought it could have been even worse.
Could you talk about Juwan Pass's status for the game?
He was, he hurt his ankle, and he was in a boot majority of this week, and he had trouble dropping and putting pressure on him, so we knew he was going to be out. We just didn't want to say it to give them a chance to prepare for Malik.
Most people's game plan this year against Kentucky seemed to be try to make Terry Wilson pass. Stop the run, try to make Terry Wilson. Was that the goal coming in, and what did you think of Wilson's performance?
I thought he played a great game. He struggled to me as I watched him all season on throwing a deep ball, but he connected on a few today. And that's what you like when you got a running back like Snell. You like to load the box and try to make Terry beat you throwing the football.
Is there a status on Mekhi Becton?
I think he dislocated one of his finger or something, so they tried to tape it up, but he couldn't go. So that's as much as I know about the situation.
Have you or any of the other coaches been given it and had any talk about your status beyond tonight?
No. We'll meet with Vince tomorrow, and then we'll know more about it after that.
What's your players? Where do they go in the immediate future without a permanent head coaching situation?
Well, I think that's. I know that they have a team meeting tomorrow, but it's for some kind of exit going through the year. But Vince is on top of hiring them a head coach, and I'm sure that they feel 100% that he'll do what's best for the program.
You've been around a lot of football teams and a lot of football players. What do you think these players need right now as far as support from coaches or whoever comes in?
Well, I think first of all you just got to hire a head coach, and then that head coach is his assistants. They got to bring him in and start to develop a relationship with him. There's a lot of good young football players in this program, and the thing I told them all, we really have to change where we are today and in the future. It starts with discipline. It's the silly penalties that we're getting. We had 9 at halftime for 109 yards. You can't beat good teams getting silly penalties, and that starts with discipline.
What is your interest level in staying on and becoming a permanent head coach?
I never had the thought of staying on and becoming a permanent head coach here at Louisville. My life has always been, I take things the way the good Lord sent them to me, and I'm a man of faith, and He's ordered my steps, and whatever step He has for me next, that's what I'm doing.
Anything else? All right, Coach.
Thank you.